Hello, and welcome to Afaria 301, Group Administration. At the end of this course, you'll be able to learn about Afaria's governing structures, learn what the different group types are, and learn how to create groups and link policies and devices to the groups. In order to understand how Afaria manages devices, it's important to understand the governing structures. First, devices belong to groups. A group is simply a collection of devices, and there are various group types that you can leverage to manage your portfolio of devices. At the next level, policies can be applied to a group to establish the characteristics or properties of how a group is managed. Properties let you provision and enroll devices in management, define device settings, secure devices and data, collect device inventory, distribute software, and collect device activity data. There are 4 policy types, including applications or app policies, enrollment policies, and configuration policies. Within Afaria, devices are linked to groups, and policies are also linked to groups. By group association, this establishes the security and governance of the device. There are 4 main types of groups within Afaria: static, dynamic, user, and composite, and a user can belong to more than one group simultaneously. This provides a great deal of flexibility in device management, as policies are assigned to devices by group. Static groups include devices that you manually select. With static groups, membership changes only when you add or delete a device from the group in the Afaria Administrative Console. In a static group, the group is created and then devices are added manually one by one to the group. As more devices are enrolled, they must be manually added to the group by linking the device to the group. In a static group, the group is created and then devices are added manually one by one to the group. As more devices are enrolled, they must be manually added to the group by linking the device to the group. Dynamic groups include devices that are included in a device view, and device views are created using selection and filter criteria you create from Afaria's extensive hardware and software inventory database elements collected during registration and periodically updated thereafter. For example, you could define a view that returns only Android devices that have Bluetooth turned off, and the view could display only columns for client name, username, and phone number, sorted by username. Custom views give you the capability of choosing how you want to see and manage your devices. Membership in dynamic groups changes automatically based on changes to the result sets of the view. So if a policy is set that turns off Bluetooth for a device would automatically be added to this view when the view is refreshed. There are no manual updates necessary, unlike static groups. In a dynamic group, selection criteria is used to establish membership. Here, we've created a group of Apple iOS devices with operating system version 5.0 and later that have Angry Birds installed. Membership is automatic, and you don't have to add the users to the group manually. They are automatically added or deleted to the group based on the selection criteria entered. As the group is refreshed, typically daily or more frequently, something you can control with Afaria scheduling capabilities, devices will be automatically added or removed from the group. Dynamic groups are often used to control special circumstances, such as application blacklists. When a group is created, it can then be added to Afaria's access control, which could, for example, block email access for any device in the group. If a user deletes the app, then it would automatically be removed from the group on the next refresh, and email access would then be restored. This gives you the added benefit of automatic control through the creative use of groups and policies that are linked. User groups include devices that are defined by the Afaria server's Windows user groups, such as LDAP or NT domain groups. Membership changes automatically based on changes to the Windows groups themselves. Composite groups are simply groups of Afaria groups or nested groups. You can nest your groups one level deep. Begin by navigating to Group Management. On the menu bar, open the drop-down box and select Static. Enter a name for the group, such as Power Users. Click on the Save button and the group is created. Now that the group has been created, you can link devices to the group. First, find and select the group. Click on the linker in the navigation panel. In the Devices panel, select the Link drop-down box and then select Unlinked. This displays a list of unlinked devices. Select the OS drop-down box and select iOS. This will display a list of unlinked iOS devices. You can also use the other criteria selection filters to find the device you want. Select the device, and then the Link and Unlinked buttons will appear. Select Link to link the device to the group. Upon selection, the device is linked to the group. To unlink it, simply check the Unlink icon. In a similar manner, you can link policies to the group as well. Once again, make sure the group is selected. Click on the linker in the navigation panel. In the linker panel, select Unlinked. This displays a list of all unlinked policies. Then, open the OS drop-down and select iOS. You can't link a policy for a different operating system, so it makes sense to select only iOS policies. You can open the Policies Linker panel by dragging the panel's bar to expand the panel. Find the policies and then select the link icon to link the policy to the group. The policy is now linked. It has not been deployed to the device in the group. This is a separate step. Now that you have both device and policies linked to the group, you can then deploy the policy to the group. Once again, make sure the group is selected. As long as there's at least one device in the group, the Apply Policies icon will be displayed in the menu bar. Click on the Apply Policies icon to deploy the policy. The policy has been deployed to the device. If the device is powered on and is either connected via Wi-Fi or carrier, the policy will be deployed to the device and installed in the background without user interaction required. With dynamic groups, you simply create the group description and select the view you want to work with. In the drop-down box, select Dynamic. Enter a description for the group. Here, we enter blacklisted devices. Next, find a view to use in the View Selection panel. Select the view and click on the Select icon in the panel. You must select the view to apply it to the group. Then, save your group by clicking on the Save button. Now your group has been created, and as devices meet the selection criterion, they'll be automatically added or removed from the device list during the next group refresh, which is controlled by the scheduler. You can also link policies to the group just as you did with the static groups by using the linker. With user groups, you create the group description and select the Active Directory groups from the domain. In the drop-down box, select User. Enter a description for the group. Here, we enter administrators. Next, find a group to use in the Group Selection panel. Select the group and click on the Select arrow between the panels. To deselect, click the other arrow. Then, save your group by clicking on the Save button. Now, your group has been created, and as devices and the associated user are added to the Active Directory group, they will automatically be included or removed from the device list during the next group refresh, which is controlled by the scheduler. Composite groups are a group of groups. In the drop-down box, select Composite. Enter a description for the group. Here, we enter Power Users. Next, find one or more groups to use in the Group Selection panel. Here, we'll use the filter to find a list of all power user groups. Enter Power, then in the Filter drop-down box, select Contains to find a list of all groups that contain the text Power. Select the group and click on the Select arrow between the panels. To deselect, click the other arrow. Then, save your group by clicking on the Save button. Now your group has been created, and as devices are added to or removed from the individual groups, they will automatically be included or removed from the composite group as well. You should now be able to understand Afaria's governing structures, know the different group types, and know how to create groups and link policies and devices to the groups.